build a facility that will house over 1,000 children. Everyone has to stand up to this task.
The founders of Emek were all Holocaust survivors. And one of the driving themes behind everything they did was that they wanted to ensure that the next generation of Jewish children would get the opportunities that they never had.
I came to Emek in September of 1966. When I was in Emek, everybody fit in the Chandler building, less than 200 students. Today, we're here on the Magnolia campus and the Chandler campus. We're talking over 1,000 students. It's tremendous, but the school still has that feel with the Rebbe Talmud, the teacher, student, the camaraderie that exists between the students and their teachers. It's a real community. And that's what's going to carry Emek into the future. And that's why the day school movement is so important, because it keeps everybody connected to Yiddishkeit and to their communities.
I started in Emek when I was 5 years old, and we moved to the Valley. And my mom always wanted to make sure that we were going to be in a Jewish environment. My family came from Russia, came out of communism, and the safest place they thought to put us was in Jewish schools. And Emek was the place. So starting from the age of 5 until my last child graduated out of Emek in about 2020, I believe it was. We have been a part of Emek ever since then. Emek creates this environment that infuses an Avas Torah, not only in your children while they're in school, but your children come home with that then infuses the family with this beautiful Torah life. There were so many incredible founding families here that as a child, I was watching how they were leaders and what that meant to a community, what that meant to step up. And I feel so blessed that that was what I was able to observe as a kid, because it has fueled my passion, and my goal in life is to just be able to give back to the community the way I was able to see as a child growing up in this school.
How to interact and communicate and appreciate children of many different cultures and backgrounds, with the hope that when they become adults, they will continue in that vein, and that we will have that transformative impact, not just within the walls of the school, but in our community at large as well.
Little did we know at the time that the effect of the school would be on the entirety of our whole family, and what I can say with a tremendous amount of confidence is multiple generations to come. When we identified the problem that our children would not have their Judaic roots for the next generation and the generation after that, I can sit here now and say with a tremendous amount of confidence that Judaism will be instilled for multiple generations solely because of the impact that Emek had on us.
And the way they treated me has been the way what they've been teaching our kids about the value of Judaism, that every single Jew is your brother and your sister. And that's how I felt from day one. I think one of the greatest blessings of being part of Emek has been that I didn't have to swim against the wave of the world. When my kids came home, I didn't have to pick their brain about what they learned so I can help them unlearn it and then reprogram them into what my values are. But if there was anything I would change, it would be that I myself would have had the experience that my kids had. To be able to have that is just such a blessing.
We have now levels all the way up to a kollel track, where our 7th and 8th grade boys, there's a select group of them that actually spend 2 hours at a local kollel learning every morning. And these students end up being the top students in all of the schools that they choose. We're very proud of that. We're just as proud of the fact that almost 100% of each one of our graduating classes are choosing Torah high schools to continue on their education.
I was born in Israel. I came here when I was a year old. I was raised here most of my life. Came from a traditional Israeli background, an Israeli family, but secular. When I was looking for schools for my daughter, we went and looked at Emek. We really liked the separation between boys and girls. There was structure in the school. I'll tell you, all my friends, my family, everybody thought I was crazy. They said, it's a religious school. You're not religious at home. You're going to confuse the kids. It's not who you are, and so on and so on. And so we went through a little bit of peer pressure from the community, but decided anyways to put our kids at Emek. Best decision we ever made. I'd like to see the campus grow. I want to see more growth. I want every Jewish kid to have the opportunity to be in a Jewish school like Emek.
We ourselves could not do a better job educating the parents than is what is being done by the children educating their parents. And that's having a tremendous impact because the children are going home and transforming the families, and the families are in return joining the communities and having that transformative impact on the communities as well. And also, some of our most successful rebbeim and teachers and moras are very important members of the community. So not only do they impact from within the walls of the school, but they're also giving classes, running programs, in charge of the Tehillim group, whether they're part of the Chevra Kadisha, whatever it is that they do, but they're also having that dynamic impact on the community as a whole.
So to all the trustees that are here tonight, the words thank you cannot even begin to encompass the immense gratitude that myself and Jessica have for the doors that you've opened have allowed for families like us to come into this school and to grow in our Judaism. And so for that, I will say thank you. Thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for all that you will continue to do. And may Hashem bless all of us.
אני שומע ורואה כאן במקום הזה את כל מה שהיה יהיה את כל מה שעוד יהיה רק במקום הזה